Hi Gaia, this is Ebony the Patian, the captain of the Newbie Supporting and Training Guild. A little bit about myself. I've been on your site since 2005, and Gaia Online for me has always been my home away from home, if that makes sense, my home online. I feel like the friendships I've made here and that the wonderful things that I've done here and encountered here have really made an impact on who I am today. That being said, I wanted to come before you to talk about why I feel guilds should be updated, why you should probably feel this way, and what can be done to improve the general guild experience. First of all, I would like to thank you guys for recent updates that have been made to the guild community within the last few years or so, including allowing us to have guild leadership titles beneath our usernames. Those have been super helpful. We would also like to thank you for our homepage redesign, even though that's a little bit earlier than the rest of these updates. It still helped out a lot in bringing new members to our guilds. I would also like to thank you guys for implementing the guild chat room feature. Basically the friends chat feature, but extended over into guilds. We're very happy to report that we have our NSTG field where we host a lot of our events, and that has been super great as well. But thankfully, you guys have also implemented something that we have been asking for a long time, which is announcements. Announcements have truly helped our guilds become more active, redirecting members to different events and different get-togethers, and we couldn't have done that without the help of such a feature, so thank you for that. That being said, I was in site feedback today, and I noticed a post that was made by one of your administrators. I believe she's an administrator, Narumi Misuhara. Thank you so much, Narumi, for responding to us and giving us straightforward answers and straightforward, basically explanations as to why guilds are in their current condition, and for allowing us to see what exactly needs to be done within the next few years or so in order to get guilds up to date with the rest of the site. So from what I gathered, and of course I don't know how accurate this is, but based on your post, what I was able to gather is that we have basically two different options. One of them is a quicker option, and one of them is a longer, more tedious option. The shorter option is to completely start anew and make it so that under this new guild system, all new guilds would be placed under that, but that old guilds would remain where they are, and that there would be no data migration from the old system to the new system. That's the shorter route for the developers to take. The longer route would be, according to what I gathered from your post, to take up to a year or more to create this new system and to migrate that old data, which I think would be fantastic because the NSTG has been here since 2005. We don't want those old threads and all those posts just to go to the wayside. I mean, that's what makes us who we are, our history. And not only that, after migrating that old data to the new system, for about 2 months or so, the GGN, the Gaia Guild Network, would be down. So this is basically what I've gathered from what you've said. This is not a video with the intention of bashing anyone on the developing team. It is not my intention to ask why we've let guilds reach this level of decay, or why other projects are higher on the priority list than this outdated feature. But what I do want to present to you is a few reasons, three, why guilds should be higher on your list of priorities. Okay, and granted, I don't know the intricacies or the details or the complexities of working for Gaia Online. I don't know who is sponsoring you. I don't know the behind the scenes work. All I know is from what I see from someone who's been here for a long time. I only see what's on my side of the mirror. So let's get started on these three reasons. Okay, first of all, Gaia Online should be safe wherever we go, right? I mean, like, presumably, it is your intention to create a site that is welcoming and safe for every single person in any part of the site that they go to. We can agree on that. But unfortunately, in guilds, there are obstacles to maintaining a safe and welcoming environment for all. And let me focus on two specific issues under that branch of safety why you should focus on guilds. Okay, so the first one is banning. There's no way to ban individuals from a public guild. And what this means is that if I have a guild that I want to open to the public, there's no way for me to make sure that trolls or flamers, sorry, that was my phone, that different individuals who I don't want inside my guild can't access it. So that's number one. Number two is reporting. There's no way to directly report posts in the guild system. The only thing that you can really do is contact a crew member or a vice captain or the captain and have them deal with the issue, or contact a moderator yourself. But a lot of members on Gaia are new, and a lot of members on Gaia don't want to bother administrators or don't want to bother a site moderator or are afraid of getting in trouble if they do so they just let the issue be. And lo and behold, many terms of service violations stay inside guilds for months, if not years on end. I can tell you about a time that the NSTG experienced a plagiarism case about 2 years ago in Christmas of 2010. That guild is still up, and those members are still logging in. And of course, I'm not telling you that you should have banned them by any means, but the evidence of the plagiarism is still up, which leads me to believe that administrative action was not necessarily taken in the way that it would have been taken in the public forums. So that's number one, safety, the reason why you want to update guilds. Number two, money. Money for you guys. And I know that you guys are not, I don't care how people choose to portray you, Gaia. I've always believed that you guys are just hardworking, good people who want your company to thrive so that you can have a nice life, and that's perfect. Like, of course, who am I to tell you, no, you shouldn't be focusing on money? Of course you should be. You're a company. I understand that. You should be focusing on money. Money should be important. And of course it is in today's society. So here's the deal. When you go to the public forums, on some of the sides, you can actually see advertisements. In the guilds, you can't see advertisements. Advertisements are not present because of the old coding. If you were to renovate your system and were able to implement a system like the forums, like the public forums where you can see advertisements in guilds, that might increase revenue for your site, and that might actually be a good thing. If it's more up to date and similar to what we see in the public forums, that might mean more money for you guys. That's number two. Money is number two. But number three, which is the most important reason, the most important reason of all, is the happiness of your members. Let's get that, I'm sure that you guys would agree that the number one thing that you're aiming for on Gaia Online is a good user experience. A good user experience and a happy user experience indirectly relates to more revenue, but it's also what you're aiming for, and it's truer to what the original intention of Gaia Online was back when it was Go Gaia. It was just supposed to be a happy experience. So here's my thinking, okay? Now, I personally believe that the Gaia Guild network is not receiving the amount of traffic that you would perhaps like it to see for it to be a high priority issue because of its outdatedness. I feel that if it were up to date with the rest of the site, it wouldn't be such a struggle to, get the updates that we want and that we need. So I feel like updating the guild would definitely make the current guild community much happier, and there's a lot of us. Let me tell you right now, you have many loyal, awesome Gaians who stick primarily to guilds. And of course they post in outside forums, and of course they participate in forum events, and of course they play games and ZOMG, definitely. But you have many, many, many members on Gaia, on your site, who come on, including myself, just for guilds. I come on Gaia for guilds. I have a community, I have a family, I have a forum that I myself can regulate according to my own rules. And I don't mean that as like some sort of tyrannical, whatever. I just feel like if I want a specific sort of community that I want to surround myself with, or if I see someone behaving in a certain way that isn't necessarily against the terms of service that I don't like, I can fix that problem. Whereas in the public forums, I can't fix that problem. There are many good things about guilds that the public forums don't have because they're public. So I just feel like if you want to have a happier guild community, and if you want to have higher traffic in guilds, it will definitely be to your benefit, and to our benefit. And it would definitely be true to the spirit of Gaia Online to focus on updating guilds. I understand that we're not a high priority issue because guilds work and we have tight-knit communities, and we have had cosmetic, you could say, changes in the past few years that have helped tremendously, but there's still room for improvement, of course. So all I wanted to say was this. There are 3 reasons why you want to update guilds. Safety for your members, which should always be a priority. Money, revenue. And number 3 is the most important reason of all, which is your members, who have always been there. If it weren't for us, Gaia Online would just be an idea. We're the reason why you guys, eat. as pessimistic as that sounds, we're basically the reason why Gaia Online exists, and you want us to be happy, presumably. And we are a very vocal, but very powerful and very tight-knit group of members in your community. And we really feel that these updates, regardless of how long they would take, and I understand that they would take a lot of time and a lot of manpower, but they need to be done. So yeah, I don't want to end on a sad note. I just want to end on a happy note. Thank you for the most recent changes that you've made. Thank you for everything that you've done. Thank you for all the cool features that you're rolling out. I saw you guys. I saw DJ Helsing at ASEN a few weeks ago. I had a fantastic time. Gaia Online will always be my home, no matter what y'all do, unless you make it pay to play. Don't do that shit. Really, don't. But thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and I hope that you take some of this to heart. I plan on writing you guys a few letters a year to encourage you guys to focus on guilds and encourage you guys to give us some much-needed updates, even if they're not completely renovated until far into the future. But thank you, and have a fantastic day. And I hope you guys, if you hadn't considered some of these options, I hope you have now. Thank you, bye-bye.